Hey guys, Zach here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Jurassic Park 20th Anniversary Dino Showdown Pachyrhinosaurus set. Now, I actually do not know the actual name of this set because I no longer have the box, so yeah, I don't really have anything to go off of. I would look it up, but you know what? No, I'm just going to be honest, I'm way too lazy. So, yeah, anyway, before I take a look at the Pachyrhinosaurus itself, let's take a quick look at the accessories, and I just want to make something clear. Basically, this figure, it has 3 different pieces, but I've missed one of the biggest pieces, and what it was basically just like, kind of a gun with a stand, so basically the gun would connect here, and you would put the bullets like in like that. So it looked like that, the human that came with this was, like, laying down to shoot the Pachyrhinosaurus, so, yeah. Like I said, I no longer have the packaging, so I can't really show what that looks like, but, yeah, just take my word for it that there is a longer gun piece that basically plugs in like that, and it's just, yeah. So, I do apologize for not having that, because, I'm an idiot and I lost it, so, yeah. Anyway, these pieces are okay. This is just a metallic grayish color, and this is just black, so yeah. Nothing too, crazy to point out. I'm actually really bummed out that I'm missing the gun piece, but what can you do? Anyway, here is the human figure that comes with the Pachyrhinosaurus, and I actually do not know the name of this guy. However, something interesting, if you untab this, then you can take off his vest. And if you look there, if my camera can focus, I'm just going to let my camera focus for a second, that is actually indeed the Cobra Commander logo. So, yeah, as I said in the previous video, this is actually an unreleased G.I. Joe figure. And in case you wanted proof, well, there you go. Hasbro just decided to put a vest on this guy. But anyway, yeah, I don't know the exact name of this figure, so I do apologize, because I, again, don't have the box, so I can't just read off of it. And again, I could just look it up, but, yeah, no, I'm way too lazy, so, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, we'll call this guy, we'll call him Stan. So, the painting on Stan here looks very nice. He has brown hair with some dreadlocks going on, kind of. His face is a brownish color. His vest is kind of like a grayish tannish color with a gray zipper, which is a nice touch. As I mentioned before, his shirt is green, and the Cobra Commander logo is silver. We have metallic silver right here for the shoulder, metallic elbow pads, and some green and black. We have some black gloves with a bit of silver right there. Oh yeah, something I forgot to point out. On this here, he has earrings, but on this here, he just has kind of a weird defect right there. I don't know why, but anyway, going to the legs, his pants are green with a black belt. And his boots are brown with black. And that's pretty much it for the paint on this figure. It's actually pretty good. It's actually a lot better than the Ash figure. So, yeah, the paint on this figure does get a pass. Now I'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation is basically the same as Ash. So basically, there's a ball joint here, limited ball joint because of the vest, a swivel here, the arm can move upwards that much, and it can move around. Bend at the elbow and a twist at the wrist. Double bend at the knee. Swivel, and one of these. And that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. Again, it's the same as Ash, so it gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the sculpt on this figure, and the sculpt on this figure is a lot better than Ash. This figure actually has a lot more character than Ash, because Ash just looked like that generic hunter. And granted, this guy looks like a generic hunter too, but I still think that this figure looks a lot better in terms of sculpt. So the sculpt definitely gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing on this figure is pretty good. So the detailing on his head looks very nice. Going down to the vest, we have nice creases, which look very nice in the pockets there. The arms are detailed very nicely of the creases in the sleeves. The gloves are detailed nicely. The pants are detailed very nicely as well, and the boots look pretty good. As well as the backside. I don't know why there's a hole there, but okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the detailing on this figure. Again, it's pretty good, so the detailing gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the Pachyrhinosaurus, and right off the bat, I just want to say no. No, no, no. This is not a Pachyrhinosaurus. This is a Pachyrhinosaurus. This is the Brachiosaurus. This is the Pachyrhinosaurus. This is a Pachyrhinosaurus. This was one of the Walking with Dinosaurs minifigures for the 3D Walking with Dinosaurs movie. I don't like that movie, but I still thought the figures looked pretty good. You know, this is still I almost said anyway, you know, this is a Pachyrhinosaurus and this is a Pachyrhinosaurus. These two are Pachyrhinosauruses. This is not a Pachyrhinosaurus. This is, I don't even know what this is. This isn't even a ceratopsian. This just looks like an abomination. So, yeah. So, we'll take a look at the sculpt later on. But first, we'll take a look at the paint. And the paint on this figure is actually pretty good. The painting for the horns right here actually look very nice. There's blue around the eye, and he has a kind of a golden pupil, or golden eyes, as well as the other one. There's just a hole right here. The inside of the mouth is painted pinkish, which looks nice. There is blue on the back and a gray streak going down, which looks very nice. I don't really like the blue on the back, if I'm going to be honest, but that's just me. And most of the body is this brownish color. The toe claws are painted black, which look nice. There is a JP logo right here. And the detailing right here actually looks really good, so I actually really do like that. And for once, we have a dino damage piece that actually doesn't have bone showing, so yeah, that's actually a first. So, yeah. Anyway, that is basically it for the paint on this figure. It's good. There are some things that I don't quite like, but the paint is still good, so the paint gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the articulation, and it's not as good as the Allosaurus. So, basically, this can come off. The legs can move forwards this much, and backwards that much. And so can this one. It can move like that. There's a ball joint at the head, and the mouth can open, which is a nice touch. I think more like herbivorous dinosaur figures should have this feature, but that's just me. And if you pull back this leg, then he will do this, which actually is kind of cool. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. And it's not as good as the Allosaurus, but it's not terrible either. So the articulation gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpt, like I said, this is not a Pachyrhinosaurus. This is an abomination. So take a look at this, what this should have looked like. You know, it looks basic, and it looks nice. In fact, this thing was actually supposed to be in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, but at the last minute they did replace it with the Pachyrhinosaurus. So, yeah. He has like 50 horns on his face, which makes no sense. This just looks stupid. And again, more horns here. The legs are too short. The tail is weird looking. And then the body doesn't look like it doesn't look like this figure was meant to like run down and like charge things like a rhino. It just looks like a cow, kind of like a hippo, but yeah. The sculpt on this figure is not the best, if I'm going to be honest. It's not that it looks bad, it's just that, or it looks bad, but you know, I would have much preferred this or even this. So, yeah. This, to me, just looks way too stupid, so, yeah. Anyway, that's it for the sculpt on this figure. Again, I don't like it, so, for me, it does not get a pass. Now I'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing is actually pretty good on this figure. So on the face here, we have nice looking scales, which are really well defined, as well as on the horns here. You can see some creases and cracks, which look nice. And more detailing on the crest here, which looks incredible. On the side of the body, we have really nice looking scales, as well as on the legs here. And the feet are actually detailed very nicely as well. And if we open this up, the detailing for the muscles look very nice. And I know I forgot to point this out, but the painting here looks a lot better than I thought. I thought this was just red, but there are hints of black which really add to this, so I really do appreciate that. But yeah. Anyway, moving down this leg, we have some nice scales here and smaller scales going down. For some reason there's just a seam line here. I don't know what's up with that, but okay. But we have more nice creasing and wrinkles going on, which look very nice. And the scaling here on the feet look very nice as well. And the tail is very short, with nice scaling. We have some wrinkles here. On the back we have some kind of like crocodilian scaling going on, which looks nice. And underneath we have more wrinkles and creases, which look very nice. And underneath the feet we just have some information. So, yeah. And that is pretty much it for this set. I think this character here, I think Stan looks really nice, and he's definitely the best thing about this whole set. And also, I do think that the accessories that he comes with, I think that looks nice too. It's just a shame that I don't have the gun. But yeah, bottom line, Stan here, and you know, the gun would look nice if I had the gun, but Stan looks nice. The Pachyrhinosaurus, in my opinion, isn't great. I really don't like how this thing looks whatsoever. Pachyrhinosaurus was one of my favorite dinosaurs, like, when I was younger. But looking at this just looks really, really stupid in my opinion. But, yeah. However, we are getting a Pachyrhinosaurus figure for the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toy line, but they're calling it Sinoceratops, which is... I don't get why they're going with that. I mean, I get that they need a Sinoceratops figure, but at the same time, make a new one. Don't just take a Pachyrhinosaurus and call it a Sinoceratops. That's just really lazy. In fact, that's something Hasbro would do, but yeah, I'm going to stop going on a rant about that, because if I continue with that, then I'm just going to, you know, keep going on and on and on. So I'm just going to stop right there. But should you get this figure, I'd say skip out on it, and I'd say get the Sinoceratops that's coming out in a bit. I don't know if that's out yet or not, but yeah. So I'd say wait for that, because that's actually a Pachyrhinosaurus. This is just a hippo with extra horns. So yeah. Or if you want a good-looking Pachyrhinosaurus figure, get the Papo figure. Or if you go onto eBay, then I know that people are still selling the 2013 Walking with Dinosaurs minifigures. Or not just minifigures, but like other figures in general. But yeah. Bottom line, don't get this figure. This figure originally retailed for about 20 bucks, which I guess isn't bad. I'd prefer the Allosaurus. I think the Allosaurus, you know, at that price was a lot better. 20 bucks for this is not the best. And this thing is as rare as the Allosaurus figure, so get ready to find high prices like 200 bucks in box or 300 bucks in box and all that. So, yeah. Again, I would like to apologize that I do not have the gun piece. I would have liked to have it, but again, I'm kind of an idiot and I lost it, so I do apologize for that. But at the end of the day, do not get this figure. It's not worth your money. Get the Allosaurus. Wait for the Sinoceratops, with air quotes, to come out, or get the Papo Pachyrhinosaurus. Anyway, if you want to know how big these two are, here they both are next to Dr. Billy Grant. And just like with the Allosaurus, I think Billy Grant scales up better with the Pachyrhinosaurus than Stan does, but that's just me. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zach out.